And of course, Merlin wasn't a wizard. No, Merlin was a walking, all in his own right. Well, welcome everyone. We're coming up to 9:15 on Tuesday, the 12th of September, 2023, as we delve into the morning's news. The Moaning's news, I should add. So all we got to do is just open up a new tab and jump in. Let's take a look at the morning news. The morning news, everyone. So where should we go? New tab. And what do we have here? So this is according to Google. Campaigners back Kate Galloway over Derek Draper's essential care needs. Who wants to hear about Kate Galloway? Emma Raducanu continues slide down WTA world rankings as new number one named. Oh yeah, the Shara Sharif, 5 children back with grandfather. Oh, they're back with the grandfather after police raid. Oh, how interesting. I think we should check that out. Third of NHS female surgical staff have been sexually assaulted, including raped. Oh my God. That's a crazy statistic. So that's something we'll definitely look into. And police hunt bus attacker who pursued woman across West London. Well, let's go straight to the Shara Sharif. Shara or Zara Sharif, 5 children back with grandfather in Pakistan after police raid. I mean, really, the obvious question is why is the young girl so dolled up? And of course, this was the young girl who died, tragically died. I'm laughing at the chat. Of course, this is the young girl that tragically died and left for dead. And the grandfather notified the authorities once he was in the air over to Pakistan. Very tragic. You'd better hurry up, says Scared of Me. And Jock says, Nonce, what are you coming here throwing that word around? That's not very nice. Okay, so, you know, be aware of the chat room. And we do not tolerate stupidity and like spamming, because we are actually an intelligent audience here. And this is an intelligent show meant for mature people. And we don't tolerate, you know, that kind of behavior. Oh, we've got a Sarah. We've got a Sarah in the chat. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Mandy. Let's just see who Sarah is. Hello, Sarah. What, Oh, it's Plisco. It's Plisco. We don't allow losers onto the show. So let's just ignore Plisco for the time being. So 5 children who travelled from the UK to Pakistan with Sarah Sharif's father have reportedly been returned to the family hours after being taken in a police raid. Yes, how interesting, because, oh, Jock, that's complete lies, Jock. That Jock in the chat room is referencing an arrest. All old news. All old news. But all I can do, Jock, is refer you to Guerrilla Democracy News. The whole incident has been reported in comprehensive detail by myself. And if you read Guerrilla Democracy News, it goes back to 2012, 10 years now. Well, 11 years. No, yeah, 11 years going strong. And so if you look back and you can read the whole story, Jock. I mean, I was as shocked as anyone else when I when I heard the allegation. I mean, I must admit, I did laugh, to be fair, because of the absurdity of it all. You know, I was just like, fucking it. And what made it worse, Jock? Oh, sorry, and just for the wider audience, we're interrupting today's moaning show. Let me change the screen. Let me change the screen. We're interrupting today's moaning show, news show, because of an interruption. But that's okay. We love doing that here on Matt Taylor TV. We're fluid. We're fluid like sexuality. You know what I mean? Our motto here at Matt Taylor TV is to get naked. And what we mean by get naked is not necessarily getting naked, you silly billies. What we mean is to do something enjoyable and or relaxing, to let loose and have a good time. And that's exactly the ethos of Matt Taylor TV. Over to Convert in the chat who says, "Morning Matt, chat. Another clip of the amazing YouTube in England." Oh, yes, let's do this. What are your pronouns? Say Matt, say scared of me. You'll have to explain the question. You'll have to explain the question. But while you explain the question to me, what you mean by that, let's go over and pay homage to the hero. Whoops. Hang on. I don't know what's going on just here at the moment. No, we're sharing that, aren't we? No. Oh, look. Okay, look. Yeah, so where am I going now? Yes, I'm actually going on me. Oh, here's the chat. Okay. Right, so yes, let's try the link. Oh, right. Now listen, Plisco, self-confessed porn bomber. The thing is, yeah, I'll have to get a link of my own copyright because I'm not going to play that. You never guess why. You never guess why. Yeah, you go make an omelette while I tell you why I'm not going to play that just yet. I'll go to my own because that topic guy, he done me a copyright strike. And I'm a bit too shy to come back for more. You know what I mean? Oh, silly boy. So I was just thinking what that clip was then. Oh yeah, that was it. It was about Plisco. When it's always all about Plisco. It's all about Plisco. He's a horrible little toe rag, isn't he? Eh? He's actually in the back now. So where I've gone now, I've gone to Troll Worldwide. Have you ever heard of that? Troll Worldwide. That's one of my YouTube channels, everyone. Yeah, it's one of my YouTube channels. Troll Worldwide. We're going to share a video now. Here we go. Let's share a video. Plisco admits to porn bombing. What a weirdo. And this is down thanks to Tube England. Massive respect to Tube England. Shout out to Tube England for putting the shagger straight. Here's Plisco. Older, we've got a visitor, everyone. Hello, welcome to Matt Taylor TV.
Hello. Hello, Matt. I'd like to apologise.
Oh, is this Wavy again, is it? Oh, is it Plisco?
It's possible for all the stuff.
Plisco, you porn bombing little weirdo. What are you doing here?
I just want to apologise.
Well, go on then. Fucking hell. Hello, you're on MattTaylorTV.
Yeah, mate,
That's what I was thinking at the time. For the Twitter audience.
I want to apologise.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just wanted to apologise, Matthew.
I just want to apologise,
Matthew. Yes, for my behaviour over the past few years.
For my behaviour over the last past few years, he said. Spit it out then and apologise.
I'm sorry, Matthew, for porn bombing you.
Is that it? Is that all I fucking get? And is that it?
Yeah.
Are you going to confess everything you've done against me over the years? Now's the time to confess it. Tell the audience, and especially the new Twitter audience. Thanks for the happy faces and the support, everyone. Me over the years. Thanks for sharing, Jack. We are all ears, Plisco.
Well, at first, I porn bombed Matthew, and the second time I porn bombed him when he got his stream back up and running, and I think he was excited because he had about 500 subscribers, maybe. I think. Then he threw his pencil on the table and went mad at me for porn bombing him.
Right, okay, and Plisco, thanks for that, and I wish you all luck in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully one day I'll be back porn bombing you, you sad cunt. Ha ha.
He's a weird one. He's a weird one. He's a weirdo. Nutter. Yes, thanks for joining. Troll worldwide. So what? Before we go any further, I just want to go on to that link in the chat. Okay. Ooh. There was a certain message that's gone. There was a link. Anyway, I won't make a big deal of it. There was a link just then to let's see if it's in my history. Yeah, let's listen to this anyway. Distract and porn bomb. That's the ways of war now. Listen carefully, everyone. Distract and porn bomb. But can it not be argued that war is actually quite good for lots of things? Believe it or not, isn't it? And so I'm all for war. I mean, I was ready to join war. I was ready to go to war. It was a very clear and present danger. War, what is it good for? Wanking, apparently. Oh, my God. Was going to say, oh, yeah, so Troop England exposed Shagger and Plisco being related. Great work, yes. Yeah, I heard it in a comment as well. Someone said, you know, oh, we've got a Neville. We're all having a laugh at the wankers. Who's had a wank today? Put up your hand. No, oh, come on, it's before 9 o'clock. But anyway, it's still an adult show. Mandy brought up the subject of wanking. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, covering the news. So let's see what else is out. Oh, look, Biden, another gaffe. Let's have a look at that. What an absolute what's the word I'm looking for? What an absolute embarrassment Biden is. Biden in another gaffe. America, I've never thought it could come to this. I really shocking. Let's have a look. Joe Biden in another gaffe. President cut off mid-sentence as staffer desperately attempts to cover up fresh blunder 22 hours ago. Joe Biden in another gaffe. I've just said this, but let's say it again. President cut off mid-sentence as staffer desperately attempts to cover up fresh blunder. Joe Biden has been caught up in yet another gaffe after his Vietnam press conference was brought to a sudden end on Sunday night. Biden, 80 years old, was interrupted while answering questions from journalists in Hanoi and was forced to head backstage. The 46th US president had his mic cut as jazz music started blaring out. A rambling Biden said, "We talked about stability. We talked about the third world. The Southern Hemisphere has access to change. It wasn't confrontational at all." Is that a real picture or photoshopped? Is that a real picture or photoshopped? What do you think? President Joe Biden raises a toast during a luncheon with Vietnam President Vo Van Viong. So that is a real picture. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre suddenly interjected, "Thank you, everyone. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone." The commander-in-chief, who became the oldest ever American to win the White House in 2001 at the age of 77, continued to speak and seemingly did not realize his mic was muted. Oh, what embarrassment. Biden arrived in the Vietnamese capital after spending 2 days in India for the G20 Leaders Summit. The visit to Hanoi has been seen as an attempt to upgrade diplomatic ties with Washington. What an embarrassment. Creepy Joe. Yes, indeed. Over to Mandy and Jack. Yes, indeed. Creepy Joe. Related. Oh, look, what an embarrassment.
Shared it with me. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
The world is on the edge of nuclear Armageddon.
We talked about at the conference overall. We talked about stability. We talked about making sure that the third world,
Southern Hemisphere,
Southern Hemisphere had access to change it, had access. It wasn't confrontational at all.
We've been confrontational.
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
That it wasn't confrontational. The guy's an embarrassment. You know, I may take my channel in a new direction. America bashing. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, America. Mate, that's embarrassing.
Things are not looking up for US President Joe Biden. Be it politics or the octogenarian's health. In the latest incident, a shocking video shows his staff cutting him off mid-sentence at a news conference in Hanoi.
Hey, Joe,
the 80-year-old president was interrupted by his staff after he started rambling during a media address while talking about the Saudi crown prince.
Oh, yeah,
shortly after, the US president was seen leaving the podium.
Hey,
this is how the incident unfolded.
Crown prince out of it, mate. Right?
We talked about at the conference overall. We talked about stability. We talked about making sure that the third world,
right, Joe.
The
Southern Hemisphere.
Southern Hemisphere had access to change it. Had access. It wasn't confrontational at all.
Well, Joe, what have you been confrontational?
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, that's Jean.
Thank you.
Pierre.
This incident fueled concerns about Biden's age and his cognitive abilities. A recent public poll has pegged President Biden's approval rating at 38%. This rating is the lowest on record for the president after it dropped down from 41% in July this year.
Right.
Now, a persistent drag on President Biden's ratings has been the inflation and gas prices. 58% of respondents said that they think Biden's policies have worsened economic conditions in the country. Moreover, some 61% of Americans do not think that he is mentally or physically fit enough to hold office anymore. The overall low approval score comes amid general negative sentiments about the president and the state of the nation.
Come on, America is a laughing stock.
While his incoherence has edged out everything else as the most important issue, 26% of people continue to approve of the president's performance. Also, these poll results have surfaced at the heels of President Biden eyeing another term
without
in office.
a bent election, for goodness sake.
We are now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.
Stop telling us differently to what we can see with our own two eyes. You know, we were touching on this yesterday when.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
First hour, the 7 hours.
You said you spoke to number 2 from China who was in India today?
Yeah, we talked about at the conference overall. We talked about stability. We talked about making sure that the
Southern Hemisphere, Joe.
Southern Hemisphere had access to change it. Had access. It wasn't confrontational at all.
Oh, Joe,
thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
Look, there's Gene. Look at him. How embarrassing. They're playing go to sleep music. How embarrassing. What's up next? Nothing. The 80-year-old left reporters stunned when he was drawing parallels to a John Wayne movie, which features Indians. What? What the fuck? The 80-year-old left reporters stunned when he was drawing parallels to a John Wayne movie which features Indians. Biden explained, I'm going to try and read this without laughing, okay? And the Indians looked at John Wayne and points to the Union soldier and says, he's a lying dog, face pony soldier. Well, there's a lot of lion, dog, pony-faced soldiers out there about global warming, but not anymore. What the fuck? Yeah, like as Convid says, can't believe he got the most votes ever in USA history. Let's do this some justice. Biden explained. And the Indian looks at John Wayne and points to the Union soldier and says, he's a lying dog-faced pony soldier. Well, there's a lot of lying dog-faced pony soldiers out there about global warming, but not anymore. The 46th president previously used lying dog-faced pony soldier during a campaign event in New Hampshire in 2020. That's 2020 to you and me. Oh, I love that. I mean, that's got to be a lyric in a rap, isn't it? You lying dog-faced pony soldier. Oi! You lying dog-faced pony soldier. I love it. Now, who's a lying dog-faced pony soldier around here? Let's move on. Look at him. I mean, everyone knows, and I'm going to say it because, you know, I watch X22 Report. The person who's pulling the strings to this numbskull, embarrassment, farce is none other than, yes, you got it, Obama. Yes, and there's a lot of news coming out that he's homosexual. And of course, we all remember what that sweet lady entertainer said. I've forgotten her name. She's dead now. Before she died. Rivers. Joan Rivers. Right? We all know what Joan Rivers said. And there is a different elite, and they keep their secrets. And while I'm on the subject of Obama pulling his strings, there was a famous interview. Well, let's see if we can find it. I'm just going over to YouTube, and I'm saying Obama jokes about third term puppet. Let's see if we. Oh, Scratch and Sniff says we have Scratch and Sniff in the house. You get your information from bullshit. Really? Do I? Oh. Let's listen to this, everyone, and tell me what you think. Oh, and a big shout out to Scratch and Sniff. What a delight to have Scratch and Sniff for whoops. Oh, look. For the balance of fairness, you get your information from bullshit. Thank you. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but whatever. Look, listen to this. So, yes, I've done that. I'm just... You've distracted me. You've distracted me, Scratch and Sniff. So we're going over to Obama. Yes, of course we are. So here we go.
What you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. I'd be fine with that.
What? What? It's like when AJ done the Minion going, what? I mean, fucking hell, why would anyone have such a perverse, fraudulent idea? You know, he was going, yeah, I'd love to like hoodwink America. I'd be like an evil genius in my basement having a blowjob from a man I met on the street. And I'll be in my earpiece and I'll be talking, and then my puppet will be saying exactly what I want to say. Convid is bringing up a really pertinent point, especially having watched the first hour of Nigel Turner's 7-hour epic documentary on JFK. And I'll definitely be going back there. And, you know, and yes, the answer is yes. I'm not even going to ask the question. I'm not even going to waste your time by asking you to put a 1 or 2 369 or 12 in the chat. I'm going to do it anyway. When I watch the next hour of Nigel Turner's epic 7-hour documentary on JFK, I will be screening it live. Be rest assured. Don't you worry about a thing. When I watch documentaries, I'll watch it along with you. It's called doing a Katie. It's called doing a Katie. Because that's what we do here. We're pioneers. And we create the new terminology for this phenomenon we call YouTubing. And that's exactly what this is, a phenomenon, everyone. Get involved. The old days of the TV are over. TV's dead. The new entertainment is YouTube. And guess what? I am a YouTube celebrity. Thank you very much. So you found yourself at the right place. While I've got double figures viewers, I just want to make this public announcement. Do not believe anything you read about me or hear about me from what you hear on the internet. Damn, I've lost someone. But look, the people left, please come to the source, come to me. If there's anything confidential that shouldn't be put out in the public for whatever reason, you can always email me at theworldaccordingtomatttaylor@gmail.com. So there's no excuse to believe the bullshit, to believe the propaganda. And Joe in another gaff. Let's get back to it. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. He looks more gay by the day, says Mandy. I wonder when Obama is going to come out of the closet. I think the day Obama is going to come out of the closet is the day he gets locked in the cell. There's one for you then, Mandy. The day Obama comes out of the closet is the day he gets locked up in the cell. Bush! Mic drop. Oh, that one person who left has gone back. Well done. You know you don't want to leave the cutting edge news of Matt Taylor TV. Like I said, for a full backstory on me, because I know we've got 37 new subscribers, and that's in the last week alone. So a big hello to all new subscribers. If you do want to read any more on a backstory of me, I suggest going to Go Rid of Democracy News. It goes back to 2012. Yes, I know. I do love. That's my proudest contribution to the internet is Go Rid of Democracy News. News, the mainstream media dare not report. It's going very strong. The figures, even I got hit by Joe Biden basically when I done the exclusive about Jessica Lee Collins, Joe Biden's sex slave, on a 3-day sex weekend in Mexico resort. Anyway, all old news. I just want to highlight what Mandy has to say. You heard it first on Matt Taylor TV. Damn right. Oh, it's all right. We got the recyclers coming out, but you know my recycling is so minimal. I don't need to put anything. I don't need to put the glass out this week. Put it that way. So everyone, let's go back to Joe Biden. I mean, come on. I think I may just go full time. Thank you for the kind comment, Mandy. I just may go full time bash America for this. So he also used his press conference in Hanoi to make a bizarre. Sorry, this is fantastic. Oh yes, I saw a bit of this. He also used his press conference in Hanoi to make a bizarre reference to Robin Williams' 1987 film, Good Morning Vietnam. The comedy in which Ho Chi Minh City during America's civil war in Vietnam told the story of airman Adrian Cunha, who arrived to work as a DJ for Armed Forces Radio in 1965. The bin men are out there. But Biden mistakenly called the movie a song, adding, one of my staff members said, remember the famous song, Good Morning Vietnam? Well, good evening, Vietnam. Yeah, so that was the whole joke, wasn't it? That's what I caught. I mean, I often use the Good Morning Vietnam. And so rather than tell a story of his own making, or would call a memory of his own life experience, he recounts what a staffer said. One of my staff members said, remember the famous song, Good Morning Vietnam? Well, good evening, Vietnam. Oh man, it went down like a fucking lead balloon. Smash. And then bang, bang through the floors thereafter. What an imbecile. Honestly, America is a laughing stock. It's such a laughing stock. And I don't mean this any disrespectfully to Trump, right? But I do fundamentally oppose his fracking intentions, fundamentally oppose it, and his killing all drug dealers. It's like, what the fuckity fuck? Leave the drug dealers alone, especially when it's like it's your people who are sniffing all the cocaine. So I'm dead against his stance on fracking and killing drug dealers. You know, who the fuck do you think you are, mate? But so when I say this with little ill intent, with some maliciousness. But America is such a mess. It's such a farce that it's preferable to have Donald Trump in the White House than what you've got already. And to be fair to Donald Trump, he's the victim of a stolen election. I'm putting that out there. I'm fed up of people telling me what I should believe. Because right when I grew up, I mean, I've told you all the story about the priest, okay? There's some new subscribers here. I'll quickly go through it. I was once an altar boy. I knocked over the wine that meant to go in the chalice. The priest knew I knocked over because it was only me and the priest knew it was knocked over. The priest carried on with the service, pretending there was wine in the chalice when I knew there wasn't. So that was the first example of people in authority lie on a grand scale, because he'd done this in front of the whole congregation. And then this leads on to the JFK, which we were going on about last night. It was obvious that a round came in from the front and blew the back of his skull off. It's obvious. It was in front of our eyes, for goodness sake. But yet we're told Oswald shot from the back with a rusty, I repeat, a rusty World War II rifle in which its sight was off. Okay, so stop it. Just stop it. Stop telling me what I can see with my own two eyes. And then this leads on, of course, to 9/11, which happened 22 years ago yesterday. If any of you went through yesterday without realizing the significance of the date. It was obvious that the towers, number 3, collapsed without a plane hitting it. And the CCTV shows a missile hitting the Pentagon. And with your own two eyes, you do not see any wreckage of the plane in the Pennsylvania field. Controlled demolition or plane crash. I've got a third. No, sorry, I've got a fourth. Mandy. Judy Woods, Professor Judy Woods. Where did the towers go? Her idea, her theory, is that it was done by an energy weapon. Yes, you heard it here first. Let me put that up. Thanks, Mandy. You heard it here first on Matt Taylor TV. It was an energy weapon. According to Dr. Judy Woods, who wrote the book, she wrote a book on it. Where did the towers go? It was an energy weapon. So I go more. How could that happen? Apparently there was a hurricane off the coast. According to Dr. Judy Woods, there was a hurricane off the coast on the morning of September the 11th, 2001. And the power of the hurricane was used to destroy the Twin Towers. She makes the point that the Twin Towers turned to dust. And you can see that within our own eyes as well. And I was in Glasshouse, Colchester, when it happened, but I saw it with my own two eyes. That was not a collapsed building. That was a building disintegrating. Okay? And what I was seeing went against the narrative that was being told to me. So I knew it right from the start of my life when the priest lied. And I knew he'd lied, but no one believed me. That was a very important life lesson. And then with the JFK, it's in front of your eyes. The bullet came from the front. That's why the back of his head blew off. And of course, I've been in the military, and part of the training is they show us a round damage going through the body. They use a gel to demonstrate the damage it does. Because, of course, the round makes a tiny entry point and then often twists and turns as it enters the body and leaves a goddamn mess on the way out. Over to Mandy, who says, I believe it at the time, but had a funny feeling about it all. There you go. Well, yeah. And I think that may be, same as me. Same as me. Because that's what the grown-ups said. The grown-ups were all very serious, didn't they? They were very serious. They said, yes. That Harvey, he done it. Harvey done it. Did you know? Harvey done it. What a mean man. He got shot now, so he can't tell his story. Mobile phones didn't work at the time on airplanes. There you go. Right. But there are phone calls between. There are phone calls between people. Some people manage to ring their loved ones on their mobile phones. Yes. There you go. For some reason, that was the biggest thing that was strange for me. Okay. Thanks, Mandy. Thanks for sharing. We like it. Don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. I just want to mention to the double figures, you can download Taylor Tales, collection of 20 true life stories, free of charge at lulu.com. Check it out. You can book yourself a seat around King Arthur's round table. That is King Arthur II's. You know what to email. The world according to MattTaylor@gmail.com. Of course, you can join King Arthur II's army. Let's get the second in there because it's important to defibrillate. Ever that's a word. Important to defibrillate between the King Arthurs. So, if you haven't done so already, check out Guerrilla Democracy News. And I've got all kinds of blogs, as you can see, running across the bottom of the screen. Watching Matt Taylor TV. How long have we come up for an hour? That's the one I want. Don't be shy. Jump on in and say hi. All welcome. Convent says, Marie, don't forget they used 9/11 as the excuse to invade Afghanistan and take over that country's oil supply and heroin. Over 80% of the world's heroin sourced in Afghanistan. And of course, Mandy says totally convert. Yeah, we all agree with that. Massive point made by Convid. That's what it's all about, you know. I mean, Hong Kong founded on opium trade. And it's a fascinating story of what China did to combat the drugs scourge that Britain brought to their country. Fascinating story. I mean, history is so different. And talking about history, what day is it? 10 o'clock now at the moment, everyone. So it's approximately 10 o'clock on Tuesday, the 12th of September, 2023. That's 2023 for you and me. So I've got to make sure I'm got it out, and it's Tuesday today. Got you. Tomorrow, busy day. Presentation. King Arthur presentation. I've changed the profile picture, but usually I have Baron Blackett and Alan Wilson, two of my all-time heroes. They are my heroes. Just an excuse to go to war, says Mandy, and make a lot of money. And of course, what they're discussing there is the essence of the military complex. It's the money it generates. People, you know, there's a lot of people running around with paperwork saying, hey, what shall I do with this, sir? Okay, and I know that because I've worked within the military, and that was at some place, Mönchengladbach, where they headquarters for NATO, and it was the longest corridor. This building housed the longest corridor, and that was the NATO headquarters in Mönchengladbach, or some headquarters of NATO. I suppose it can only be one headquarters. Either way, I've walked around in the seats of power, in military power, that is. You know what I mean? I've walked those corridors, and I know what goes on. America raking it in for weapons against space, says Mandy. All a scam. And I think that's all. That's the big thing that's going to come out, everyone. I mean, I just want to go back to Trump here. The commander-in-chief, who is seeking re-election next November, was supposed to show his strength in high office during his recent visits. The commander-in-chief, who is seeking re-election next November, was supposed to show his strength in high office during his recent visits. However, a recent AP NORC survey suggested more than 3 in 4 Americans believe Biden is too old to run in 2024. Opinion polls also indicate the next election is too close to call, with CNN handing ex-President Donald Trump a narrow 1-point lead over his Oval Office successor. A marginal lead for Trump could be enough for the heavily indicted property tycoon turned politician to flip Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin back into the Republican tally. I mean, come on, how on earth could this man have lost it? Should we check this out? I haven't read this yet. Prince Charles willing to resolve things with Harry on one condition. What's the condition? Prince Harry and King Charles could resolve their feud, as a source claimed. His Majesty is open to having a conversation with the Duke of Sussex, but on one condition. Tell us the condition. The Royal Insider's revelation followed the veteran's recent trip to the UK for the Well Child Awards. Although the Duke of Sussex travelled to England on Thursday, September the 9th, it was reported that he didn't spend time with Charles or his brother Prince William. However, those closest to the crown believe that the trip isn't an indicator of Harry's relationship with the king. So those closest to the crown, who's the crown? Does the crown talk to them? The king loves his son very much, and he's been mortally wounded by what he has done, the source shared with a publication. So I do believe the crown is talking. The crown is talking, and it is saying quite sensationally, the king loves his son very much, and he has been mortally wounded by what he has done. The crown shared with a publication. He will always be there for him, but draws the line at public slanging matches. So there we go. That's all it comes down to on one condition. We do not have a public slagging match. If the talks take place, the king will make it very clear that there will be absolutely no private family business discussed in public moving forward. That's the big thing. Absolutely no public family business discussed in public. No private family business discussed in public. That is the one condition. Wow, that's the red line that the king will not tolerate anyone to cross. No private family business is discussed in public. Staff are trying to fine-tune the details, the Crown said. Throughout his life, Charles referred to the authority as his... No, sorry, let's... It's not... That isn't authority, that's author. So let's start again, shall we? I do apologise. Throughout his life, Charles referred to the author as his darling boy, and the friend think the pair will eventually make amends. Prince William and Harry's relationship still struggling, as they didn't meet for Queen's death anniversary. I'm sure the king misses him. Harry is entertaining, warm and very loving as well, and they have a great relationship, the Crown told an outlet. Another source shared that the late Queen Elizabeth kept the famous brood together, and her passing created an opportunity for the monarch to follow in her footsteps. The Queen managed to navigate those choppy waters, and that's why she was always admired and loved, because she got the family through, says the source close to the royal household. Charles will have to show that he can do that. Despite friends of Charles asserting that the drama could come to an end, another person thinks Harry's dynamic with Charles and William deteriorated. The Royal Observer previously reported Harry's bond with William and Charles is firmly rooted at rock bottom. While some may suggest it would be good order for the family to settle their differences, perhaps even in the late Queen's memory, things are a long way off, the source shared. The friend later added that Harry had no intention of seeing his immediate family while travelling through Europe. A source discussed Charles' love for Harry with the Mirror. So we all know the source is none other than the Crown. There we go, everyone. So where are we? We're coming up to an hour. I will wrap it up, everyone, because we all got things to do. So, thank you ever so much, everyone, for joining me. That was a little roundup. That was a little roundup for you, a news roundup. Stay tuned for MattTaylorTV, because I'll always be doing I'm going to be bashing America now. This channel is all about bashing America. America, you are an embarrassment. You're a farce. And we're laughing at you. We are laughing at you as a third world banana republic. Shit show. On that note, remember, King Arthur loves you.